Hi everyone, I want to give you some tips on how to get a lot of crafting materials in Diablo 3. So if you're a little bit new and inexperienced at the game, then this might be quite important for you. A lot of people ask me, like, how do I get enough to upgrade rares or to even reroll my items at the Mystic? Because that actually costs quite a lot of materials, especially if you want to completely gear up your character and roll everything, and you just don't really have a lot of material income. But one important rule in T16 farming especially is that you should pick up those white items as much as possible. So there is a difference in salvaging white, blue and yellow items, and as you can see here, you get a lot more materials from salvaging white items. So the lower the quality of the item, the more materials you gain. You see here you get 9, you get 9 again, 9, 10, 9, 7. So this is a lot more than what you gain from the other quality types. For example, from yellow items, you constantly only get 1. So this is like, for example, when you gamble items here from Kadala, all these items only give you 1 whaled crystal. And the blue items are somewhere in between. I think they give you 2 to 5 or so. So when you do T16 runs and you have leftover space in the inventory and you're slowly approaching the end of the run, you want to make sure you pick up as many white and blue items as possible and avoid any yellow item. So even though you might be starved on whaled crystals, you do not pick up yellow items ever. Every single yellow item is basically a misclick, and you want to make sure you fill that space either with legendaries or the white items especially. One thing to pay attention to in particular is the Battlefields of Eternity map that you can get in Weapon Rifts. So here you have lots of weapon racks that you can click, and you can usually fill up your entire inventory like once or twice with just white items and whatever else you find. So this is a very nice map, and you should make use of it if you are low on crafting materials. There are also other maps that have weapon racks and armor racks distributed somewhere, but this is by far the highest density of these weapon racks. Just doing one run through the zone will usually net you like 200, 300, 400 materials. And the good part is you can convert them back and forth, so you don't actually have to collect a specific color or a specific rarity of items. So when you go to Kanai's Cube, you have these pages 7, 8 and 9 that allow you to convert these materials back and forth at a very low cost. So you just have to throw in one item of the material type you want. So for example, if you want yellow materials, you put in a yellow item that you might have gambled from Kadala or something, and then you press fill and you press the button. Yellow items, you can just do it with whatever you gamble from Kadala, so this is quite easy to get. And white and blue items you can just buy from vendors, and this means that you don't have to waste those precious white items that you pick up in the rift that you can actually salvage. Another important way to gain crafting materials is also bounty runs. So not only do you gain those bounty specific materials for cubing and reforging, but you also gain a lot of regular crafting materials, as you can see here. From one bounty cache you get around 92 arcane dust, 90 reusable parts, and somewhere between 35 and 40 whaled crystals. So each bounty cache, each act that you complete is somewhere around like 230 materials or so. So if you do a full bounty run of all 5 acts, you get over 1,000, 1,100 materials just from the caches and whatever else you might be picking up on the way. So something like 1,200 materials combined. This is a lot of materials. It is really good time investment if you need them. And especially if you're a group player, not so much as a solo player, this is a great way to gain materials, both for reforging and for upgrading rares and for rerolling your items. So this is pretty much everything that's to it. Make sure you avoid picking up yellow items as much as possible to not clutter up your inventory. Make sure you pick up those white items in T16 runs, and otherwise do bounties to gain a bit more of a boost. And if you want to do big crafting sessions, this is the way. Hope you enjoyed this little guide. Subscribe for more Diablo content, and I'll see you guys next time.